and a hot cup of tea. We're civilized as can be. Pink is so loose, dressed in all best suits as we lift up our cups mentally.
It's tea time.
Tea time.
Tea time.
Tea time.
Tea time.
Tea time. I love the kid, cream and sugar thing, keeps me dancing the blues away. Dancing the blues away. Dancing the blues away. It's tea time! No! But there's plenty of room. I see. This spot will do, don't you think? Maybe we'll wait for others. What others?
That's for us to know and you to believe.
Well, I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I think you don't want me here.
It's true. We don't want you here.
Well, I am here, and I'm not leaving. I'd like some refreshments. Antaloba, have some wine. I don't see any wine. There isn't any. Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it. It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited. Good one. Zing. Why don't we all just let it go and try to get along?
Your hair needs cutting.
What's that?
Your hair, it needs cutting. May I cut it?
Absolutely not.
Are you attached to that position?
Firmly. Stubborn girl. It isn't polite to name call. When it hurts, let him at your hair. It chills him so. What does he know about hair cutting? He's a hunter. It's his job to shave heads. It's out of the question. She won't budge. Quite rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Riddles. I like riddles. Why?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I. It's a waste of time to ask riddles without knowing the answer.
Why must everything have an answer?
Excellent question. Though I haven't an answer. I'll Google it later.
Google it?
Yeah, Google has all the answers.
Who is this Google person?
It's not a person, it's a search engine. Well, I don't care for him or his engine.
What day of the month is it?
The 22nd?
God, 2 days wrong.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month but not the hour.
Why should it? Does your watch tell the year?
No, because it's the same year for such a long time.
Which is the case with mine.
You've lost me.
The dormouse is asleep again.
I was not asleep. I heard every word. You mean to say?
I mean to say precisely what I've said.
Which is that the hour here is fixed.
The year comes and goes, but the hour's forever the same.
That's messed up.
Well, if you knew time like we know time, it would all be clear to you.
But it's not logical.
And how would you know? I dare say I've never even spoke to time.
Too busy hanging with that Google fella, I tell ya.
Does he treat you well?
What's he singing? Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Shall I go for Tia? Who knows?
What says she's singing?
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle?
I know it well. I'll have you know, I once sang it before the Queen of Hearts.
You sang for the Queen?
At the Grand Ball.
It's true, he did. And 2 days later, I went to bed. What did you have to be saying to recognize madness? Not so. I'm quite mad and quite well.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at.
You know song? Something like it.
Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle. I hadn't even finished the first verse when the queen bawled out.
He's murdering the time! Off with his head! Murdering time? How do you murder time?
She felt my tempo was off.
I felt he was majestic.
And ever since, time won't do a thing I ask. Always 5 o'clock now.
Ah, because it's always tea time. We've never any time to wash the dishes.
Perpetual tea.
Because you murdered time.
I was framed.
You can't get a fair trial in Wonderland.
Suppose we change the subject. I'm tired of all this talk of time. Let's just pretend it doesn't exist. At least for the time being.
I thought this young lady tells us a story. I don't know one.
Well, then the dormouse shall.
I was awake. I was at work. I heard every word.
And what have we been talking about?
Beehives. Tell us a story about bees. About whatever.
And be quick about it, or else we'll be asleep before it's done.
Okay, then let's see here. Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and they lived at the bottom of a well. What were their names? Well, their names are Shelley, Kelly, and Janet. Those are the names of my sisters.
She has a flair for realism.
And, well, they live at the bottom of a well.
You said that already.
I have? Well, their names are... I know their names. I have told this story before, just that far. Why did the sisters live at the bottom of a well? Must I repeat myself? You haven't even said that part yet! Oh.
Perhaps you should start over.
Yes, well, I don't think...
Then you shouldn't talk. Go on, Mouse.
May I just rest my head on the table?
Excellently told.
Bravo, bravo!
Had me from beginning to end.
Thank you. There was no beginning or end, just gibberish. Have to cut to blood what you don't understand. There is nothing to understand. Shows that you know.
That mouse is a poet genius.
Take some more tea? I can't take any more if I've had none yet.
You mean you can't take less? It is very easy to take more than nothing.
No one asked your opinion.
Who's being snarky now?
Keep your tea and butter and biscuits. I've had enough. You two should be ashamed of yourselves. Treating a guest in this way? Whatever happened to manners?
It must have died with the time.
I'm sick of your phrases and riddles and mind games. You two think you're so clever. Well, you're just a couple of stuck-up old creeps. That's what captures us. Goodbye and good riddance.
If only she realized.
Realized?
We are what she dreams.
You mean to say?
We are her inventions. We're all in her head, fantasies in her mind. She's surely in bed, in her sheets all entwined. We're jumbling thoughts as she tosses and turns from green apricots that her poor tummy spurns. Light-a-loo, light-a-lay, light-a-dum-dee-dum-day. Secret to sigh under breath we convey. We dwell in a strange world of magic, it seems. Fantastic creations of Alice's dreams.
We're wild ruminations somewhere.